Hey everyone, welcome to another game of Inside Pitch Baseball. And what I've decided to do, since I got the 2019 set, rather than try to play, because I really don't have time to play a whole team replay, because I'm still doing the White Sox replay and I want to do a couple other things as well to mix things up. So what I decided to do was mix in Inside Pitch and Status Pro for the 2019 season and do each team once. So I've got a series of 14 games coming up. I've already done a couple of them, so it's a total of 16. I already did Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and New York Mets and the Washington Nationals. So what I'm going to do now is a game between the Oakland A's and the Boston Red Sox, which was played in Oakland on April 2nd, 2019. The next game after that will be an April 5th game on Status Pro between the Cubs and the Brewers. And then on April 8th, we'll be back to Inside Pitch, the Dodgers at St. Louis. And then April 16th, Baltimore at Tampa back on Status Pro. Those are the next three in line after this one. The dates I was giving were the dates they have actually played. I'm not sure what dates I'm going to actually post them, but I'm going to try to do it where I do at least one game for a Manic Monday. But my goal is to put at least 3 of these games out a week. 2 at the minimum, and hopefully 3. At least 1 Status Pro and 1 Inside Pitch game a week, along with a 77 White Sox game. So at bare minimum, my hope is to play 3 games online a week. 1 with Status Pro, 1 with Inside Pitch, and of course this Stratomatic with the White Sox replay. But tonight, it is Inside Pitch. And we will bring out the starting lineups for each team. Again, this game was played April the 2nd in Oakland. And there you can see the schedule that I was talking about for the next couple of games. This one, though, it's Mookie Betts in right, Benintendi in left, Devers at third, Martinez DH, Bogarts at short, Moreland at first, Holt at second, Vasquez catching. And I got Vasquez's thing mixed up here, didn't I? I wrote his little ratings is wrong. I'll figure that. The 4-3 should have been over here. And then the catcher should have been there, so I'll fix that. Bradley Jr. in center and Chris Sale on the mound. For Oakland, Marcus Semien leads off at short, Chapman at third, Piscotty in right, Davis the DH, Kendrys Morales at first, Mark Canha in left, Jurickson Profar at second, Ramon Laureano in center, and Josh Phegley behind the plate. And on the mound, Mike Fiers. And of course, Mike Fiers had a little bit of controversy because he was one of the first ones that brought up the Astros cheating scandal. All right, so we are at, and I didn't know they even called it there. It used to be called O.com Coliseum. Now they show it as Ring Central Coliseum in Oakland. And Mike Fiers is the pitcher. So we'll put Mike Fiers there. Try to get the score sheet where you can see everything, hopefully. Push it up more when the A's are batting, but when the Red Sox are batting, I'll have it down closer this way. Hopefully you can see the score sheet fairly well. And for the Red Sox, leading off will be Mookie Betts. So let's get this a little bit better, hopefully. Push this up just a hair. All right, so Mookie Betts will lead things off against Mike Fiers. Again, it's Inside Pitch. I'm going to try to do as many of the strategy rolls that make sense. I'm not going to be tied to it indefinitely, but we'll see. All right, so let's check Fiers and see what he can do. 1-2 on Fiers' card is against a righty is a star line, so Mookie Betts is going to be out. Just a matter of what kind of an out. It's a 1. He's going to fly to left. So Mookie Betts is gone. 1 away, and here's Andrew Benintendi. 1-1, that's blank on Fiers, so we go to Benintendi's card. 3-5 is a single past second base, so Benintendi, a 1-out single. His attempt rating is a 2, so we will roll and see if he can do that. +1 from Fiers makes his attempt rating a 3. So 1, 2, or 3, he'll try to steal. A 4 or 5, there would be a hit and run with Rafael Devers. 3, so he's going to try to steal. Remember, it's a 2 for a steal attempt here, but Fiers adds 1 to that to give it a 3, so he will now try to steal. Now, on the other hand, fire subtracts 1 from a stolen base rate. So stolen base is a 15, minus 1 is a 14. Fagley is also a minus 1, so that makes it a 13. So 1 to 13, and Benintendi is going to steal it. And he does. So Benintendi, stolen base, gets him in scoring position. Now, I will roll the strategy roll one more time to see if there's a pickoff at second base, but he's not going to try to steal. Make sure there's no 20. It has to be a 20 there to be a pickoff attempt. There's not. So now here's Devers. 3-6. And that's a straight home run chance off Mike Fiers right there at 3-6. So we go to Devers. 14. That's an 8. 8 is less than the 14. So Rafael Devers goes yard. 2-run home run. And that's already surpassed what they did in real life, because in the real game, Oakland won the game 1-0. So Boston's already changed that fate. Here's JD Martinez, the DH. 3-3 off of Fiers. Strikeout chance. There's a K there. That's a 2, so he's definitely going to go down on strikes. So 2 down, and that brings up Xander Bogaerts. 5-5, and that's a range play. So we'll see whose range we're checking. 5-3. It's a liner to third. Would be an out, but we're checking Chapman's range. Now his range is a 5, so unless he rolls a 6, he will make the catch. And he does. It's a 5, so he barely makes it. Snow cones it, but good enough. But the Red Sox pick up 2 runs on the Rafael Devers homer. And we go to the bottom of the first. It's Boston 2 and Oakland coming to bat. And Chris Sale given that lead to protect. And we'll bump this up a little bit so it shows up on camera, hopefully, since we're concentrating on this part of the score sheet. And it'll be Marcus Semien leading off against Chris Sale. 2-2 on Sale is an error on a throw potentially. If there's a throw required, we check for an error. 3-6, it's a single pass short. So no error to check there, it's just a single pass shortstop. So no worries of a throw there. Now it's a 2 for Semien. Chris Sale adds nothing or takes away nothing, so it's a 2. 1 or 2 is a steal. 3-4 is a hit and run. 20, it's a pickoff chance. So his pickoff number is a 1 or a 2. So we roll again. If we get a 1 or a 2, then Semien is picked off. 5, no pickoff. All right, so Semien cannot get the jump, so he will stay right where he is. Here's Matt Chapman. Don't know if he has a fast car or not. 5-6 is a strikeout chance. That's a 17, way too high. Plus Oakland takes 2 away anyway, so it might lower a lot of strikeouts. Here's Chapman, 3-6, single to pass left, or single to left. Single to left. And when you get from first to third on a single to left, you have to, it's a -2. So let's see, a -2. Semien's a 4, -2 makes him a 2. And the left fielder's arm is Benintendi. He's a -1, so that's going to take another one off. It's -3. So he's down to a 1. So this has to be a 1, or else he's going to hold. It's a 6, so he's going to be out. So what happens there is, I should have rolled the white die as well. Usually roll them twice. So really what I should have done is roll a 6 and a 4. The 6 tells me to go to the second chart. So let's pull that second chart out. So when you get a 6 on the adjusted thing here, when you roll a 6 trying for this, because if it's a 1 or a 6 on the factoring, you don't even do anything. But down here, a 1, you check in second die roll over here. 2 through 5, you compare the BR ratings, and a 6, you go to the second die roll over here. And the white die is a 4, which brings it into this 2 to 5, says lead runner thrown out. Talks about a trailing runner as well. So let's talk about the trailing runner, because the trailing runner is the batter. So Semien's going to be out 7 to 5, trying to get to third. We know that. Now it says if the trailing runner's BR is greater or equal to the roll, then he advances on the throw. It is. He's a 4. So if that's a 4, that means Chapman's going to get to second on the throw. So hopefully that was clear as mud. And Chapman's aboard. He's not going to steal, but we'll check for a pickoff just in case, and there's not. That's actually a 2, but he's got an H for thing, so he can't steal. So here's Piscotty. 6-4. Strikeout chance, that's a 16, way too high. So we go to Piscotty. 1-5. Against the lefty, 1-5 is a single pass short. So an S6, to get from second to home, you need a 3 or greater. Chapman's a 4, so he will easily score. There won't even be a throw on it. And Piscotty cuts the lead to 2-1. Again, he's also got an H, so he will not be able to steal, but we will check for a pickoff. And there is no pickoff. So here's Chris Davis, DH. 4-3. 4-3 is the ballpark chance. So we're going to bring in Ring Central Coliseum. 5-6. Starline 4. And on Chris Sale, a Starline 4 is a ground ball to second. Possible double play. Chris Davis is a 2. Sale adds nothing. The pivot man is shortstop Bogarts. He adds nothing. So it's a 1 or a 2 for a double play. And it is a double play. You got it. So that's going to be 4-6-3 double play. And that's going to cut off Oakland at 1 run. They do dip into the lead a little bit. It's 2-1 as we go to the second inning. Fires back out. He'll be facing Moreland, Holt, and Vasquez. So Mitch Moreland steps to the plate against Fires. 5-5 is a range play. Got a Moreland's card. 2-1's a pop to short. We're checking the range of the shortstop Simeon. He's a 3. And he makes it. So Simeon was able to track it down in that long foul ground in Ring Central Coliseum. Makes the catch. Here's Brock Holt. Holt. 3-4 for Fires is a strikeout chance, but 15's way too high for that. Go to Holt. 4-1, ground ball to second. So 2 down. For the catcher, Christian Vasquez. 1-2. Vasquez is a righty. That means it's a star line. So see what the star line is. It's a 6, so he's going to fly to right. And the inning's over. So Fires, much better inning this time around. We go to the bottom of the second. Still a 2-1 Red Sox lead. And it'll be Kendrys Morales to lead things off for the Oakland A's. Against Sale. 4-6, that's a strikeout, and that's a 2. So even with the -2, that's still to give him a 4, so he definitely strikes out. So Kendrys Morales out on strikes. Brings up Mark Canha. 5-6. And against a righty, that's another strikeout chance. That's a 1, so he's definitely going to be out on strikes. Chris Sale getting the strikeout pitch going for him. 2 consecutive strikeouts. Brings up Jurickson Profar, second baseman. 4-3, and we're back to the Ring Central Coliseum card. 6-4, and that is a question mark 7. Question mark 7, that's an 8. 8 puts him in a double. So that is a double for Jurickson Profar. 2-out double for Profar. Thanks to the ballpark. Profar's got a 2 attempt. He's not really going to try to steal, but again, we will roll the D20 to check for pickoff. See if it's a 20. It is not. It's an 18. So here's Laureano, center fielder. 4-6, another strikeout chance, and that's an 11. That's a 7. -2 makes that a 9. 7 still fits it, so struck him out. So nothing doing for the A's. We go to the third. Still a 2-1 ball game in favor of the Red Sox. Mike Fires back out, facing Jackie Bradley. 2-4. 2-4 is a double question mark. And against a left-hander, it's a 1-3. It would be a star line, but that's a 5, so no star line. 5-6 is a fly to left. So Bradley flies to left, 1 away. Brings up Mookie Betts. 2-6, wild pitch, but nobody on it's a foul ball. Try again. 6-5 is a hit by pitch. Mookie Betts' hit by pitch is a 3. He's a +1. Give him a 4. That's a 1. So Mookie Betts gets plunked. Hit by the pitch. Betts' attempt is a 2. Add 1 to Fires makes him a 3. That's a 9, so nothing's going to go on. So Betts cannot get the lead. Benintendi steps in. 1 out, 1 on. 1-4. Error on a throw, possibly. 4-3 is a double to center field. So there will be a throw because they're going to have to check about the runner at first trying to score. But first things first, Benintendi just cracks a double. He's singled and now he's doubled. And now we'll check on runner advancement. That's a double to center. Laureano's arm is a -2. To get from first to home on a double to center, you take away 1 from the you add 1 to the BR rating. So Betts becomes a 6, but then -2 from Laureano. -2 from Laureano makes him a 4. So that's a 1-4. So what we're going to need to do on a 1-4, and let's see here, it wasn't 18, so there's no error because the blue die was an 18. So the center fielder for Oakland, Laureano, is only E5. 18's out of that range, so we don't have to worry about the error part, but we do have to worry about runner advancement. And since he's now a 4, because of that 5 + 1 minus the 2 makes him a 4. Roll the red die. If it's a 4 or less, he makes it. If it's a 5, he will hold. If it's 6, we go to the secondary throw chart. It's a 2, so he makes it. So he makes it to third. He makes it home. He will score. The 5 on the white die is greater than the BR of Benintendi, so he cannot go to third, but Betts will score. And the Red Sox take a 3-1 lead against Mike Fiers. Here's Devers. Again, we'll roll the D20 just to make sure there's no pickoff. There's not. So here's Devers. 5-4. That is a walk plus chance. However, Devers against the righty is an 8 plus the 10 for the plus is an 18. That's a 14, so he will walk. Against the left-hander, he would not have walked. But he does walk. Now that brings up J.D. Martinez. And again, we'll check for the pickoff. There is no pickoff, so here's J.D. 2-4. 2-4 is a double question mark. Against a right-hander, 1-19 is a star line. That's a 2, so it's definitely a star line. Depends on what kind of star line it is. It's a 5, which is a ground ball to short. So we got a chance for a double play. 3 from Martinez, nothing from Fiers. And the pivot man, second base Profar, adds nothing either. So it's a 1, 2, or 3 for a double play. The BR of Devers is a 5. So he's almost guaranteed to make it to second if there's no double play. But if it's a 1, 2, 3, it's a double play. It's a 6, so runners are going to advance. So Martinez ends up 6-3 for out number 2. The other runners advance to second and third. 2 down for Bogarts. Not going to worry about pickoff here with runners at second and third. I'm going to just issue that one. 3-6 is a home run chance. He found his home run chance again. Bogarts against the righty is an 11. That's a 7. It's a 3-run homer for Xander Bogarts. So Mike Fiers, maybe he's tipping his pitches, or maybe the Red Sox with Alex Cora is giving signals to what's coming, because the Red Sox are teeing off. That is now a 6-1 ball game. And the bullpen for Oakland is going to be making a move. They're going to go to the lefty Ryan Buchter, as Moreland is going to come in. And Fiers, who had a good year, 15-4, 3.90 ERA, but apparently they have his number. So Fiers only makes it 2 2/3 innings and gives up 6 runs all earned on 2 long balls. All right, so Buchter facing Moreland. 2-5 for Buchter. 2-5 is a strikeout chance, and he will strike out. That's a 4. So Mitch Moreland down on strikes to end the inning, but 4-run score. It's 6-1. I was hoping for a closer game, but the Red Sox had other ideas. Of course, the A's have a chance, but their offense is not as prolific. Here's Fegley against Sale. 5-4 for Sale is a range play. 2-6 is a fly to center, so we're checking the range of Jackie Bradley. Amazingly, he's only a 2. I thought he'd be higher than that, but they only rate him as a 2. So let's see if he makes the range play. But he does. It's only a 2, so he is able to make that catch. So how about that? Things are going your way. They're going your way. So Bradley runs it down. 1 away. Here is Simeon. 4-4 is another range play. 6-2 is a Starline 5, which is a fly to center, so we're going right back to Jackie Bradley. Again, a 1 or a 2. It's a 2. He's done it again. So Jackie Bradley, defying the odds, has run down 2 in a row in that spacious outfield in Oakland. Here's Chapman. 1-3 is a strikeout chance. He strikes out at a 9 against lefties. -2 makes it a 7. That's a 10, so there's no strikeout there. Here's Chapman's at bat on his own card. 1-2. He's going to ground to short. And Sale, a 1-2-3 inning. After 3 complete, it's 6-1 Boston. Buckner will come out for another inning, facing Brock Holt. 2-5. 2-5 is a strikeout chance, but too high for Holt. Holt's card 6-2. He's going to line it to second. So 1 away. And that brings up Christian Vasquez. 5-3, and that's a home run chance. And it's going to be gone. 5-3 is a straight home run chance. Vasquez against lefties is a 15. That's a 5. Home run Christian Vasquez. So how do you like that? And now the bullpen for Oakland's loosening again as Lou Trevino is warming up. But they're going to let Buckner face Bradley lefty on lefty. 5-3 is another home run chance, but that's a 20, so he lucked out there. Go to Bradley's card, 4-6. That's a base hit to right field for Jackie Bradley. And let's see, his attempt is a 2. Buckner's a +1, so his attempt is a 1-3. That's an 8, so nothing going on. So that brings us to Mookie Betts. 6-2 is a possible, it's a home run question mark. Right there, home run question mark. Against right-handers, it's a 1-6. That's a 3, so it passes that check. Now we're going to roll and see if Mookie Betts can get a home run. 1-7, he will do it. And he does. It's a 6, so it's gone. Mookie Betts, a 2-run homer. For Mookie Betts, making up for getting hit by a pitch, probably angered him. And now the Red Sox have just really blown this thing completely out of hand. It is now 9-1, and that's all for Buckner. He's out of there. Lou Trevino is going to come on. Lou Trevino for the A's. And a manic Monday it is, isn't it? Here's Benintendi. 4-2 off of Trevino is a strikeout chance, and Benintendi will strike out. Out number 2. And that takes us to Rafael Devers. 6-1, strikeout chance. That is a 9. But against a righty, it's only a 7. -2 is a 5, so no strikeout. Devers, 4-6. He's going to ground it back to Trevino. And the inning is over. But 3 more runs come across. It is 9-1 Boston. What a Boston massacre. We're looking right at it. And here is Piscotty to lead things off for the A's. 3-3 against Sale is the ballpark card. No, I'm sorry. 3-3 is a strikeout plus, and I picked up the thing. I don't know what it was. I'm thinking it was an 18, but I could be wrong. So I'm just going to say it was, well, you know what? I'm going to re-roll the 20 because I made a mistake. I thought that was 3-3. This is really 3-3. It's a K plus. Should have looked at what the K was on the D20, but I don't know what it was. I picked it up too fast, so my only thing to be fair is to re-roll it. Get a 7, and That's a 9. Minus 2 makes it a 7. Or makes that a 7. But 7's going to make it. So even the ballpark couldn't help him there. He's going to strike out. So Piscotty down on strikes. Now I may have rolled something higher than that last time. I don't remember, but a mistake I made by inadvertently picking up the dice. 4-6. Now that's a strikeout chance, and that's going to be a strikeout. It's a 9. Minus 2 is a 7. That's another 7. So Chris Davis out on strikes. So while the Oakland pitching was having troubles, Chris Sale is having none of it. It's 5-4. That's a range play. Morales 5-5. Ground ball to first. So we got a range play on Mitch Moreland. He's got a range of 3. And he makes the play, so it's 3 unassisted to end the inning. So we go to the 5th. See if the Red Sox can get even more runs here on the in this 5th inning. They lead at 9-1 and a laugher. JD Martinez 5-4. That is a hit by pitch +1, and that's a 4, and this is a 2. So JD Martinez is going to get plunked. That's the second Boston batter to be hit. So maybe the A's pitching is getting a little perturbed with all these runs. So they're sending a message to the Red Sox. I'm not going to do any more strategy rolls because the way the score is done here. So I'm just going to skip strategy rolls unless the A's make a great comeback. 2-1 ballpark card. 3-6 ground ball to second. Possible double play. Bogarts is a 2. The shortstop Simeon's a 0, so it has to be a 1 or a 2 to be a double play. It is not. It's a 3. The runner, Martinez, his BR does not beat the 3, so it's a fielder's choice. So it is a 4-6 fielder's choice. So Bogarts is on. 1 out for Mitch Moreland. 4-1, that's a strikeout chance. That's a 2, so it will be a strikeout. So Trevino trying to give him some innings here. Brock Holt. 4-5, strikeout chance. Against a righty is a 9. That's a 9, but you lose 2 from the stadium, so there's no strikeout. So here's Holt. 2-3, and he's going to single pass short. So S6, to get from first to third, you need a BR of 5 or 6, which Bogarts only has a 4, so he has to stop at second. Cannot make third. However, let's see. No, there is no provision for, let's see here. There is no provision for 2 outs, I don't believe. Oh, yes, it is. My bad. Everything is 2 out provision. So since there's 2 outs, he will make it. That will bump him up to a 5 BR rating. So he will make it. He will make it to third. My bad. Because I forgot to add the +1 for there being 2 outs. So runners at the corners. Runners are at the corners for Christian Vasquez. 1-6, strikeout chance. 15's too high. Vasquez 1-6 again. He's going to ground to second to end the inning. And that's going to be it for Trevino. His day is done. A's will go to somebody else in their bullpen. And it looks like they're going to turn to a long man, Aaron Brooks. And Aaron Brooks is actually carded as a Baltimore Oriole because he was traded to Baltimore later in the season, but in this early part of the season he was with Oakland. So Aaron Brooks will be the new pitcher for Oakland to start the 6th inning. Right now, Chris Sale facing Mark Canha. 1-3 is a strikeout chance. 17 is too high. 5-6, he's going to fly to left. So the score sheet for Oakland is very clean, but the score sheet for Boston is a mess from all those runs. 6-6 is a strikeout plus, so he's out of there. Chris Sale rings him up. And for Sale, that is strikeout number 6. Sale has 6 strikeouts in just under 5 innings. Here's Laureano. 4-3. That is ballpark. 1-4. It's a star line 1, which on Sale is a ground ball to third. So that's going to end the inning very easily. Nothing doing for the A's. We go to the top of the 6th, and it will be Aaron Brooks on the mound. And he'll be facing Jackie Bradley. 1-6. That is a blank against a lefty, so go to Bradley's card. 5-2 is a star line 4, which is a fly to left. 1 away. Top of the order for Mookie Betts. 2-1 is a strikeout chance. That's a 12, too high. The Betts' card. 1-1. He's going to pop to third. Handled by Chapman. 2 down, and that will bring up Benintendi. 3-5, and that is a range play. 2-6 is a fly to left. So we're checking the range of the left fielder. Canna, he's a 3. And he makes it. So Canna is able to run it down, prevent a possible double. And it ends the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Chris Sale back out. He'll be facing Josh Phegley. 2-1 is a possible error if a throw is necessary. Phegley's card. 2-6. It's a fly to center. No throw necessary. 1 away. Back to the top of the order, and Marcus Semien. 4-3. And that's again at the ballpark. So we go to the Ring Central Coliseum. 6-6. It's a ground ball to short. So ground ball to short, easy play for Bogarts. 2 away. Brings up the third baseman, Matt Chapman. 2-2 is a hit by pitch. And that's going to be a plunk job because Chris Sale's a +8. That makes that him a 20, and that's a 16. So maybe a little redemption or retribution there. Umpires are kind of giving them the business here, making sure nothing gets out of hand. Here's Piscotty. 3-5, strikeout plus. He's going to strike him out. So 7th strikeout for Chris Sale through 6 innings. And the Red Sox are coasting to a 9-1 advantage. So we go to the 7th for Rafael Devers. 6-2 strikeout chance, but that's too high. Against a righty's a 7, -2 is a 5. That's a 9, so no strikeout. Go to Devers, 4-5. And he's going to single pass short. So Rafael Devers, another base hit. And again, with the score being what it is, we're not going to do any strategy rolls. Not even going to worry about a pickoff. 4-2 is a blank. Go to Martinez. 1-6. It's a single pass second. So a single pass second to get to third on the S4. You only need a 2 or higher, and Devers is a 5, so he will definitely make it to third. So runners at the corners, nobody out for Xander Bogaerts. 5-1, and that's a strikeout chance, but 15's too much. Bogaerts, 1-6. It's a fly to center. Could be a sacrifice fly. His SF rating is a 2. And it's a 1, so he does get the sacrifice fly. Center field. Laureano not able to throw him out. Run will score. It is now 10-1. 10-1 on the sac fly. Here's Moreland. 3-1 is a double question mark against a lefty 1-4, but that's a 16, so nothing doing there. Moreland 6-3. He's going to line it to short. Now we have to check for a potential double play. The runner on first. So the line drive to short. To get the runner at first, you have to roll a 1. It's the only chance you got. So if we get a 1 on the D6, it's a double play. It's not. So runner gets back, but there's 2 away for Brock Holt. 6-6 is a strikeout chance, but 20 is way too high. 6-1, he flies to center. Innings over. So, I just messed up, put a 0 there, didn't I, on the sac fly when he scored a run. So I was getting a little premature with that. So it's actually 1 run. It is actually 10-1. And again, sorry, could not have a closer game for your viewing, but maybe at least have some fun just going through the motions, I guess. And for those that don't know how to play the game or are learning, maybe this is a good tool for that. Here's Chris Davis. 1-4 is a strikeout plus, and he's going to get him. Strikeout number 8 for Chris Sale. He can face 24 batters. Right now he's faced 18, 22. So this is probably his last inning. Morales, 6-6 is a strikeout plus, but it's only a 6 here. -2 is a 4. Plus 10 is a 14, so 18 is too high. So even the strikeout plus won't get him. Morales, 4-5. Liner to short. 2 down. And that brings up Mark Canha. 5-6 is a strikeout on a split chance. It's 11, but again, the ballpark is a -2. So even though there's 11 here, -2 takes it away, makes it a 9. 11's greater than the 9, so the ballpark saved him there. 5-5 is going to fly to left in the inning. So Chris Sale, 7 solid. And I think they're going to turn over the bullpen now the rest of the way, since they have such a big lead. Aaron Brooks is back out to pitch another inning, as he's got a long relief rating. Here's Christian Vasquez. 5-2 is... And Vasquez is a righty, so it is a star line. And the star line number is a 2, which means it's a ground ball to short. 1 away for Jackie Bradley. 2-4. 2-4 is a home run chance. Right there, home run chance. That's a 12. That's a 3. So Jackie Bradley gets into the act for the home runs. Another home run. It's 11-1 Boston, as they have the long ball going. And again, they lost this game in real life 1-0. So definitely define that. 3-4. S1, he's not tired, so I don't think. Or is he? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's faced 10. You know what? I think he was tired. So since he's tired, that's going to be a single. And he's going to have to come out. So he will exit since he's tired. He will exit. He could face 10, and that was his 10th batter. Or that was his 11th batter, rather. So we're going to say he was tired. And they're going to bring in Yusmeiro Petit. So Petit is pitcher number 5 for Oakland. And we got 1 on, 1 out, 1 in. Mookie Betts, 6-6 is a K+, so he's out on strikes. 2 down for Rafael Devers. I'm sorry for, wait a minute, that was Benintendi. So Benintendi struck out. He's not Betts. I missed moving his card, but even with the K+, Benintendi's going to strike out. So here's Devers. Now we'll get it straight. 2-1 is a strikeout for Petit. 7, but that's a 7, but the -2 takes the strikeout away. So here's Devers. 6-3, ground ball to second. That's the 3rd out, so there's no reason to check for anything else. Home run from Bradley makes it a 11-1 game. And now we'll get a new pitcher for Boston. And it'll be Ryan Brazier, or Brazier. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I think it's Brazier, but I could be wrong. He will be in the game. His Sale goes 7. Gives up the 1 run. And I think he finished with 8 strikeouts, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, finished with 8 strikeouts. And I don't think he walked any. He hit a batter, but he didn't walk anybody. Give it 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits, 3 of those in the first inning. So after the first inning, he was solid. In fact, other than a hit by pitch, he retired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 in a row, I believe it was. So here's Profar facing Brazier. 2-6 is the ballpark card. So we go to the Ring Central Coliseum card. 4-2. 4-2 is a star line 2, and a star line 2 is a fly to right. So he's out of there. Brings up Laureano. 6-1 is a K plus against the right-hander, so that he will strike out. 2 down for Josh Fegley. 6-5, that's a strikeout chance. He's got a 10 here. -2 makes it an 8, but that's an 8, so he will strike out. The A's have now struck out 10 times in 8 innings. And we go to the 9th. Might as well let Petit finish it out. Facing J.D. Martinez. 4-6. 4-6 is a walk chance, and he will walk. So leadoff walk to J.D. Martinez. Brings up Bogarts. 3-2. He is not tired yet, so it won't be a single. 6-6 is a star line 6. That is a fly to center. 1 away. And that takes us to Mitch Moreland. 6-4. That's a home run chance, and look at this. It's a home run chance. His home run chance is 17. That's a 17. Mitch Moreland, another one of the home run hitters for the Red Sox in this game. Makes it a 12-1 game. 12-1 Red Sox. Here's Brock Holt. 6-6 strikeout plus. That's 2 down. Petit's tired, but they're going to try to get this one more out and not burn another pitcher. Here's Vasquez. 1-1 is a star line, so he'll do it. And the star line is a fly to left. But another run is in, and that is a total of 12. 12-1 is our score. And let's see, I forgot to write in Brazier. Right there. So Brazier, he is pretty much a 1-inning pitcher, so he's only going to go the 1 inning. And they will bring in Heath Hembree to finish things out. Heath Hembree. Brazier goes the 1 inning. Strikes out 2 of the 3 he faced. Didn't give up anything else. So Heath Hembree is on. Face the top of the order, Marcus Semien. .35. 3-5 is a double question mark against right-handers. Star line is a 1-13. That's a 13, so we do have a star line result. And the star line is a fly to left. 1 away. Interestingly, Hembree must be a fly ball pitcher because all his star lines are fly balls. It's kind of interesting. Just noticed that. Most pitchers have a ground ball in there somewhere, but he must be an extreme fly ball pitcher. Here's Chapman. 6-5, and 6-5 is an error on a throw, possibly. 5-6 is a star line 1, which is a fly to left, so no throw necessary. 2 down, so 1 out away to end the ball game. Here is Piscotty. 1-5 is a range play. 1-3 is a liner to third with check endeavors for range. He's only a 2. So that's a leaner, so I got to re-roll that. It's a 2, he got it, so there's your ball game. There's your ball game. 12-1, the final. Winner was Sale, the loser was Fires. Let's see here in the 1-2-3 inning for Hembree with no strikeouts. So 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the A's. And for the Red Sox, let's check the hits out for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's unofficial. But this is what I got for unofficial totals. I didn't worry about the Oakland pitchers because it was just too unbearable to look at. But what we got here is the Oakland A's winning 12-1. 12-13-0 for Boston. I'm sorry, Boston winning 12-1. 12-13-0 for the Red Sox. 1-4-0 for the A's. Sale the winner, fires the loser, and the Red Sox pound 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 home runs in the game. So 6 home runs for the Red Sox, and they blow away Oakland on a replay of April 2nd's game, which Oakland won in real life 1-0. So Oakland did their part getting the 1 run, but Boston scored 12 instead of 0. Next game in this little back and forth series, it's a replay of the April 5th game. I don't know what day I'm going to record it, but it's the April 5th game between the Cubs and the Brewers, and that will be on Status Pro. And then the next game after that is a replay of April 8th, Dodgers and Cardinals, back on Inside Pitch. Next game after that is April 16th, Baltimore at Tampa Bay on Status Pro. So the next game in this little back and forth will be on Status Pro, the Cubs and the Brewers. Hope you enjoy this presentation of Inside Pitch. And don't forget the White Sox 1977 White Sox replay will be continuing as well. Be a video on that later in the week as they move on to their next opponent. And as usual, hope you enjoy this and hope you enjoy playing every game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And I will see you all down the road.